The officer arrives quickly, warning that the drone could peek into nearby hotel rooms and breach privacy. The problem? He's talking about a what if, not an actual violation. The pilot is clearly avoiding private spaces, showing he understands the law. In the UK, flying from a public spot is legal unless it turns into harassment or intentionally targets someone. Having a zoom lens doesn't make it illegal. It's actions that count. The officer's concern might sound reasonable, but it's based on a possibility, not reality.
I'll be about half an hour total.
Yeah.
I'll be gone. I'll come in and tell you when I'm finished.
Oh, go for it, go for it.
Okay?
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Just be aware that I might have to come. I'm going to leave it, but if someone else comes and tells me, then I have to come.
If you're told to come and speak to me, you do what you've been told to do.
No problem.
Yeah?
Thank you.
Obviously, don't try and pull the control off me, nothing like that.
I'm not going to do that.
But I'll be just there.
Yeah, no worries.
All right? Thank you very much, mate. It's lawful.
Right, no.
Go on.
Come here.
Go on.
Walk with me.
Yeah, sure. Where we going?
Can you count? Because I don't want to assume that you're not a numerate. Can you count?
Well,
Did you launch it from here?
no,
Where did you launch it from?
up there. I walked down to here.
But you're vertically, it was seen above this spot. So
No, the drone's been up there. Probably where we are now.
right, okay.
Along there.
Come here.
Go on.
Right,
What are you showing me?
count. Walk me. One.
Right.
One, two.
What are we counting in meters?
Right, I'm going to say.
No, I
the
don't
time.
know. Go on.
I told you that your drone use would be considered a privacy issue to the people in that hotel.
I've stayed away from the windows.
I checked away. It doesn't matter whether you've stayed away from the window.
Of course it
You've got
matters.
a camera that can zoom in.
I'm not here to zoom into the window, my friend.
I don't
and you know
know
that.
what you haven't done.
Then comes a curveball the officer calls in counterterrorism. Yet there's no sign of danger, no suspicious actions, nothing even hinting at terrorism. Under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act 2000, police need strong, clear suspicion to use those powers. That threshold isn't met here. This was an open, legal drone flight. Bringing in counterterrorism not only misses the mark, it risks diluting the credibility of those units when genuine threats occur.
Shall I show you if you want? I'll show you the video.
However, I've also checked the details of what you can do
Go on.
with a small drone.
Yeah.
All right?
Sure.
And you can't go within 50 metres of someone horizontally. There are people in that building.
Not true.
Well,
I'll show you the legislation.
I've just looked at the diagram.
Scroll down to the bottom, 250 and under gram.
Secondly, what did I tell you
Go on.
would happen? Is that this would get called in as a security alert.
Been in there. I've told them.
Stop talking.
They had no issue.
Stop talking and listen to me. Right? What did I tell you would happen? Is that this would get called into police as a security
But it's
alert.
you.
Stop
You're back.
talking and listen.
You need to speak to your boss, mate.
Right. Stop talking and listen.
No
I
problem.
don't need to be.
Go on. I'll listen
Speak
to you.
to any
I'm going to
boss.
look the research thing up. You
Right.
talk. Go on.
What I told you is that if you launch a drone in this location,
I'm going to put it back in the bag. One sec.
it's make sure you do. And if it comes out again, honestly, this time there's no mucking around. I'm just
for a YouTube video.
Yeah. The drone part. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, counter-terrorism unit.
Well, I hope.
Like I told you.
I hope that they know. I hope that they know the legislation a bit better.
Right.
Because 250 and under gram drone can go any distance from anywhere.
Okay.
Within reason.
Next, the officer demands ID under Section 50 of the Police Reform Act 2002. But that only applies if someone is causing harassment, alarm, or distress, which isn't the case. Quietly flying a drone doesn't meet that test. When challenged, the officer switches reasons, mentioning drone rules and breach of the peace. Neither holds up. Drone regulations are handled by the Civil Aviation Authority, and breach of the peace only applies when violence is happening or imminent. Stopping someone from leaving without grounds crosses into possible Article 5 Human Rights Act violations.
You have to be safe.
Yes.
So if I was to hover it over these people, clearly he's reckless. If I go and fly right up to the windows, it's a privacy issue.
What's the distance that you can go horizontally?
There's no distance with a sub 250
metres.
There's no distance with a sub 250 gram drone.
I've looked it up.
You're wrong.
With the size of your drone.
You're wrong.
50 metres. I've
You're wrong.
looked it up.
You're wrong.
Anyway, the point is, I said the point I'm making to you is not that this is an issue of the drone regulations. I'm not here to split
But I'm not breaking any laws, my friend. I know you don't like it, but I'm okay to do it.
Right. At the moment, you're not going to leave until I've taken your details under the Police Reform Act, Section 50. You've now got a right to give me the details because you're doing something.
What crime do you suspect me of?
Okay, a breach of the drone regulations. And
I haven't breached. I can show it if you want.
Okay, you've caused a security alert to happen at this station that luckily I've been able to keep a lid on. Okay, because of the conversation we had earlier.
Trying to clear things up, the pilot opens the official CAA guidelines on his phone, explaining exactly why his flight is legal. The officer doesn't want to hear it. Instead, he repeats breach of the peace like a default answer. But UK case law, including our Laporte v. Chief Constable of Gloucestershire, 2006, says breach of the peace requires a real, immediate threat. None exists here. There's no crowd, no shouting, no conflict, just a legal flight being ignored by the very authority meant to uphold the law.
Had I not been here, or I'd been engaged with something else, that would likely to have escalated to something much bigger, which is the very breach of the peace that I advised you not to do, and yet you've gone ahead and done it. So, for that reason, I'm going to require your details.
Can I just speak to this officer?
No. Do not leave.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm trying to talk to him.
No. If you try to leave, okay, I will arrest you for a breach of the peace, right? You're talking to me, you can talk to him in the moment. Right.
I believe you're overstepping your mark, and I'd like a senior officer to deal with this. I'm not going anywhere, mate. I'm not going to run away.
You are not going anywhere, because if you do, you will be arrested, because
I have not committed any offence. Right. I am lawful to fly here, my friend. I am lawful to fly here.
Okay. The point, as I'm trying to explain to you, which you seem to childishly trying to be getting a reaction.
I just want to fly my drone, mate.
Social media channel, and I'm not really bothered.
I don't want no reaction.
Here
I just want to fly my drone.
Sure an international railway station, an iconic hotel, and another railway station across the road of national importance are able to carry on operating without pointless and avoidable security alerts.
CAA, yeah.
Right.
Drones under 250 gram, right? No.
Stop.
There's no distance.
Right.
I have not broken any regulations, so you have no suspicion of a crime. The only thing I'm required to give you is the ID on the drone, which links to the registration of the drone.
Of the piece.
This isn't covert or sneaky. The pilot is in plain sight, causing no alarm. If anyone's uneasy, it's because they misunderstand the rules. Legally, breach of the peace must come from the accused conduct, not someone else's overreaction. Here, the pilot is calm, open, and compliant with every regulation. If anything, the situation reveals gaps in training, both for staff and for the officer confronting him.
I haven't breached the peace. Flying a drone will not breach the peace, officer.
I told you that it was likely to create a security alert.
But that is not a crime.
I've had someone come running into our office going, there's a guy flying drones. Can you come and check it out from a security point
of course.
Exactly what I predicted would happen.
Yeah, but I've came in to tell you what I'm doing.
What if it wasn't me that he came to speak to, and it was another officer who goes, oh my God, this could be anything. Let's
generally,
evacuate.
look, I'll be honest with you.
Or he'd gone straight to his manager before coming to us, and they'd made that decision. Okay. I told you that was a possibility.
I can't stop people overreacting.
No.
I've told you. I've told the hotel.
You can.
I've pre-warned everybody.
You can, because I told you that was a likely consequence to your behaviour.
It's unjustified.
And you carried on doing it.
It's unreasonable. I'm not committing a crime.
EGR 160 is restricted airspace, mainly used for royal or VIP helicopter movements, usually above 1,000 feet. Drones in the open category are capped at 400 feet, well under that ceiling. The pilot explains this clearly. EGR 160 doesn't automatically ban drones unless a NOTAM or a special restriction is in effect. A quick check of the CAA map or Drone Assist app confirms no such restriction today. The pilot knows the rules better than the expert on site.
This officer on the end of the phone here is one of our drone specialists. He's going to categorically tell you cannot launch that from here. Listen to what he's got to say.
Hello.
And introduce himself. Jobs are good. In short,
hello.
Hi mate, it's PC Green with BTP. Basically, where you're trying to take off from my understanding, now I'm not there, but from my understanding, if you're looking at the maps that I'm looking at, which is Drone Assist, you are trying to take off within a restricted airspace. If you're trying to take off in that restricted airspace, you will be committing an offence under the navigation order.
No, where I am, I'm outside St Pancras, which is only in EGR.
That's called
160 specified area.
Which is a specified area and shown as restricted airspace.
No, the specified area is for helicopters only. Drones are allowed in the specified area. The City of London is very close, but I'm not in that zone.
Even if the footage is for a monetized channel, the drone weighs under 20 kilograms and is flown in the open category. UK law doesn't require insurance for that, so there's no obligation to give the police an insurance code. The expert is mixing these rules up with those for heavier or riskier flights. This operation is low risk, fully compliant, and needs no CAA approval.
Also, have you got insurance, on a separate note, have you got insurance to be flying it for commercial purposes?
I do. I don't think I need to have it, but I do have that, yes.
If you're uploading it to YouTube and there's a potential for monetary gain, you need commercial insurance.
I do have it anyway, I do, yeah.
Can I get your insurance code, please?
Code?
Yep, there should be on your insurance document a code saying that it covers it.
I don't have the details to log in right now, mate. I literally made it yesterday, but the thing is, I don't think I need to provide you that anyway, but I am with that company. If you check them out now...
Under the air navigation order, mate, if I require that you provide me with proof of insurance to fly the drone for commercial purposes whilst you're with that drone and trying to fly it, and it's not got the code on your side of your aircraft with your operator ID number, that drone can be seized.
I do have the code on the drone, yeah. I know I have to provide you that.
Yeah, and it also says under that same navigation order that you are to provide proof of insurance.
I don't need insurance though for this drone.
You do, because you're flying it for commercial. YouTube counts as commercial purpose. If you're uploading it to YouTube, it's for a commercial purpose, therefore you require insurance.
At this stage, everything checks out: the drone, the flight, even the voluntary insurance info. By rights, the matter should end here. Instead, the officer doubles down, still demanding personal details and falling back on a vague security alert that doesn't hold legal weight.
Anyway, let me just try and log in. I don't have an issue giving it you, but
yeah, no, that's fine, mate.
Yeah, he's got an insurance policy from FPV UK, and it says you're now covered by our £5 million public and product liability insurance, which includes commercial drone use. However, you have, as I explained to you, do you understand what a common law breach of the peace is?
Officer,
do you understand?
Flying a drone illegally is
not
going to cause a breach of the peace.
Right.
It can't be interpreted as that.
Right. Anything that disrupts the normal, unhindered running of society, okay,
me standing there is not doing that
deliberately, especially when someone knows or ought to have known that would cause a breach, is a breach of the peace. Okay, I've told you specifically, if you fly a drone there, we will have a security alert immediately raised in the station.
Doesn't mean it's reasonable.
And what has happened? It doesn't matter whether you believe it's reasonable.
You guys
or not.
know now that the drone is legal. So anybody that calls you say we've checked him out, he's all legit.
A breach of the peace, and I've told you the reasons why.
With no offense committed and no grounds under Section 50, there's no legal reason to demand ID. Threatening arrest here edges into unlawful detention under Article 5 of the Human Rights Act. Pushing for details without cause doesn't just misuse police powers, it risks serious legal consequences for the officer and their department.
A security alert outside an iconic hotel, an international rail hub, and another key piece of national infrastructure over the road.
It doesn't matter, officer.
It does matter, because if they had... Right, I'm not having this conversation with you again. I'm going to demand your details, and then I'm going to direct you to leave the vicinity of the railway station. If you come back, you will be arrested, all right? But you will be arrested if you do not give me your details so that I can record the...
I've committed no offence.
You've committed a breach of the peace. Are you going to give me your details, or am I going to arrest you? This isn't a thing I'm doing.
I think you should call your boss before you arrest me.
No, I'm going to.
Just before you do.
I've advised you not to do something because
it would be an unlawful arrest.
No, it wouldn't, because I gave you the opportunity not to take the action. You've chosen to do it, knowing that it would be regarded as a breach of the peace.
1 second, I'll show you.
Are you going to give me your details or not? Section 50, Police Reform Act. If you do not give me your details, I am going to immediately arrest you. Are you going to give me your details now?
I haven't denied it, have I? I haven't said I won't.
Give me your details now.
The officer finally gets the pilot's details, but only after repeated reminders that his actions could trigger a civil claim. The pilot stays composed, calmly pointing out that no law has been broken. Instead of stepping back, the officer presses on, seemingly out of pride. The pilot makes it clear he'll be speaking to HNK solicitors, because this wasn't a misunderstanding. It was a misuse of Section 50, an unfounded arrest threat, and likely an unlawful detention.
Under threat of arrest, I'll give you the details.
Right, surname, please.
Surname? Are you sure you want to do this?
Yes, absolutely positive. Yeah, I have no choice. You've committed an offence, I have to take your details.
But I'm going to go and commit that same offence now, aren't I?
No, you're not. I explained this to you. First name?
Daniel. And as I said, before I give you the date of birth, are you 100% sure? Because I will 110% HNK it later.
Right.
With this whole video.
As you've committed a criminal offence...
Please don't.
I have to do appropriate checks.
You know
the quickest
I haven't.
way... Okay. If
I haven't. No, I said I haven't
do you know
committed an offence. You know I haven't because I'm about to do it now.
I've informed you that you have. So, no, you're going to do something different now. Like I said,
what do you need? Look, I'm not going to be arrested.
What's your name?
I'll give you the name.
What's your... Any middle names?
No.
Have you got a police record that we can check this against?
I don't need to give you that, do I?
I don't know.
You check.
I need to verify that these are genuine. The quickest way, based on my knowledge of how the system works, okay, is to give me your date of birth. If you don't want to give me that, that's fine.
Whatever I'm required to give by the law that I think you're overstepping, but whatever you demand, I'll give it to you under threat of arrest. What do you need?
I need your name and address, but because you're being really, really cagey about giving it, I require you to give me your date of birth.
I'm not being cagey.
Because
I'm saying it because I feel like you don't want to do it.
That is a way.
I feel like you don't want to overstep the mark, and I feel like you want to walk away, and you don't want to have a civil claim. That's what I feel, which is why I've said to you, are you sure?
I want not to arrest someone.
I'm not being cagey.
Right. No, but you've been quite
nothing to hide.
Right, give me your name and date of birth then. If you've got nothing to hide...
I'm not happy that you've infringed on my rights.
I don't require you to be happy.
The officer then tries to ban future flights simply because the hotel manager doesn't like it. But personal preference isn't law. The CAA has already confirmed the flight's legality, and hotel staff have no power to override that. Dismissing the pilot's rights by saying just because you have an intrinsic right misses the point. That's exactly why rights exist, to protect lawful actions from being shut down based on feelings.
You've done it.
I've got to be honest, from what you've shown me of your work with the drones, do you know what, that's got a huge artistic merit. You've wasted, today, 2 hours of my time, right?
Have I?
Yeah, because if you just followed my direction, I wouldn't...
Had I followed it though, I would have just not flown at all, I would have walked off.
Well, exactly, and that's what I want.
And now we've agreed that...
You can do it elsewhere, different action. I've agreed.
Still round here, but I'll be over there, right?
Yeah, if you do it here, I will be back and it will be a different story.
Can we just clarify, officer? No, 1 second.
No,
if I'm here...
everything.
No, hold on. So you said, as long as I'm off there at the property, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't want to be... I don't want to have you come back.
Trespassing because they said they don't want you here, so you need to leave this place.
Just to clarify, you're happy for me to do it, but not anywhere on here?
We've explained this to you.
I don't want you coming out again, that's all.
You know where the zones are on your map from the CAA.
So as long as I fly legally, you're okay with it?
Obviously, avoid the area around that crane. Do not go on King's Cross Square.
Yep.
Do not go on this forecourt of this hotel because the management of the hotel have said that they don't want that happening. I've told you.
You can let the station know now with your authority. You can say I've checked him out.
That's
it's all good.
Circumstances.
Don't worry about it.
But do not go over. I've given you. I will tell them that I've given you clear directions not to fly over King's Cross Square, not to fly over St Pancras Square. That's kind of the square at the back. You know,
I lawfully can, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stay out here.
You lawfully can't because I'm telling you, if you do it there, we're going to have security alerts, and that interferes with other people's safety and comfort. So you're not lawfully, just because you've got an intrinsic right to do something, okay? I've got
security alerts don't trump the law, though.
Shout at the top of my lungs. If I went to 1 inch of your eardrum and shouted at the top of my lungs, that would be an assault. You're getting it.
Because I'm a person that's saying you're breaching my peace. Me at 120 metres up there, out of sight of anybody, I'm not doing anything, mate. I saw another drone up there earlier. When I was flying, there was a second drone, by the way.
Was there?
Yeah.
Right.
I thought it may have been you guys.
I haven't given that person a direct warning, so...
I'm just letting you know there was a second drone up there.
And it's you're not the first person to come and do this, but you're the first person to behave as damn childishly about it. But there you go. I've given you...
All right.
You have a good day.
The encounter ends with the officer walking away, not because the law stopped him, but because intimidation got the pilot's compliance. His parting shot? Calling the pilot childish. That one word sums up the tone of the whole incident. Petty, dismissive, and disconnected from the law. From the start, this was poor policing, arriving aggressive, making unfounded claims, and ignoring every chance to de-escalate. The pilot, meanwhile, flew legally in open airspace, followed all CAA rules, and was transparent with staff. Instead of acknowledging that, the officer misused Section 50, falsely claimed breach of the peace, and leaned on faulty expert advice. Even after the facts were clear, he moved the goalposts to feelings and preferences. The pilot held firm, cited the law, and warned of the consequences. This wasn't about safety, it was about control. And now, it could lead to a civil claim that forces real accountability.